Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. My name is Kausar Ahmed. I represent Bangladesh Association for Contact Centre and Outsourcing, the central trade body for business process outsourcing in Bangladesh. Bangladesh is a 52, 3 years old country, but we have taken a giant leap in business process outsourcing, generating billions and billions of dollars worth of revenue. Majority majority of the global population recognizes us for our wonderful effort in the apparel manufacturing, as well as leather goods and clothing exports. Little did we realize that over the last 15 years, the Bangladesh has taken a giant leap in exporting its services in IT and BPO. That's why we kept our title BPO Brilliance in Bangladesh, paving the way for global excellence. We've got multiple companies, so many companies working with some major players in the industry, both in the North American and in the European market as well. And here we are. Today we have some esteemed guests. I would like to introduce them to you guys. The chief guest of this session will be Her Excellency Saida Muna Tasneem, Honorable High Commissioner of Bangladesh to the United Kingdom. We have our wonderful Mr. Ahmedul Haq. He is the Senior Advisor of BACCO, but he's also the founding president of BACCO as well. We have with us Mr. Wahid Sharif, President of BACCO. We have with us our very own Mr. Tawhid Hussain, who stands as the Secretary General of BACCO. And then there's me. And my name is Kausar Ahmed, once again, and I play my role as a director of BACCO. So without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Mr. Ahmedul Haq, Mr. Ahmedul Haq Bobby, to come up on stage and share his experience, how BACCO started, and all that. Thank you.
কোথায় সরি এটা হ্যাঁ এটা মুনার হ্যাঁ এটা কি মুনারটা ওকে Good afternoon, Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for attending, be present here. As he has mentioned, my name is Ahmadul Haq. I'm not going to be boring you with a lot of numbers. I think there will be a lot of presentation. What I would like to tell you of my experience that over the last 10 years that I have gone to Bangladesh, how I have been able to achieve. As he has said, we started the BACCO back in 2009, and it has now grown tremendously. What it goes to show that our young people have the skills, have the knowledge to be able to work internationally. All right. Obviously, they would need support in terms of further training, the right environment, learning environment, I would say, good leadership, and competitive salaries, and they don't really want to go abroad. They would like to stay in their own country, and huge opportunity there. So just to give you some perspective, I started a company in Bangladesh called Augmedics. It's an American company. It was a startup. They was helping the doctors in the US having a lot of problems because they were spending almost 40% of their time documenting their conversation with the patient. Okay, so when the patient is in front, they are looking at their computer and doing that. So what we have asked the doctor to wear a Google Glass and have a conversation. And from the Google Glass, you get the video, conversation, and data. And in real time, we took the environment to Bangladesh, and where there is scribes who sits there and takes all the notes. So what it goes to show that very high-end work, which is medical support to a doctor, is being provided in Bangladesh. So that means we have the skills. There is a privacy issues in the US in terms of your medical thing. We were able to overcome that. We were fully compliant, and they allowed us to send medical information to Bangladesh. And we started with about 30 people back in 2011. I can tell you right now, there are over 1,000 in Bangladesh only, and they have just recently listed in the New York Stock Exchange. So the whole journey, so the whole development, the front, back office development was done in Bangladesh. So we have the capability to really develop any type of applications, systems. That is one there. I've diversified a little bit because my goal is to really create what excites me to wake up in the morning is, have I created a sustainable job for our young people in Bangladesh? So one of the area we went into is health. Health is a very big area, but we changed a little bit. So it's a biotechnology. We are setting up a plasma fractionization plant. What it does is obviously getting the plasma, collecting the plasma, and from there they create therapeutics. It's about a $300 million project. The key thing is that we will be hiring 2,000 people in Bangladesh. These are masters, PhD holders, and key thing is that it will be, at this moment, we are importing almost $150 million worth of these therapeutics in Bangladesh. This will not only cover our production, will not only cover that, we will be in a position to expand as well as export. The next one that I have done is started a professional training institute and schools. One of the key issue that we have in Bangladesh is and not only just Bangladesh, any country in the world, is their education system is not fit for the 21st century. Okay, we are already seeing in the UK many schools are ditching the A levels. They're trying to create that. We are seeing globally many universities creating personalized degree. So it's not a pigeonholed into any of these. So Bangladesh is also there. It's a green field. There is a huge opportunity. 2 million young people comes out of the country every year. There is a huge opportunity for British companies to go to Bangladesh and invest. All the three companies that I just mentioned, these are all foreign companies. One from US, another one from China, another one from the UK. So I would really encourage all the Bangladeshi expatriates as well as the UK people to go and invest. But as I mentioned to you, we were able to show that our young people are able to deliver very high-end products. We are right now working in many things, such as financial services. We support, in fact, Bangladesh is a very pioneering in a lot of the financial component. You may have heard of a company called BACCO. It has now been valued as $2 billion. All right. There are a few other companies that are coming up, which are hoping to reach the $1 billion valuation very soon. The startup scene is great. This is the time. This is the time to go and invest. And I think, and we should not look back. I think there's a lot of opportunity. It's a hard work, but we have support from the government in every way. Without that, we would not have been able to do what we have achieved. We have our association here. We are really supporting anybody who wants to invest in Bangladesh or get work done in Bangladesh. We will be able to help. So thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Bobby Bhai, for your insightful talk. Now, what I would like to do is I would like to invite our president, Mr. Wahid Sharif, president of Bangladesh Association for Contact Centre and Outsourcing, to give his presentation and speech.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Kausar, for the introduction. So I'm gonna cut it really short, as the time is in essence. So I'm just gonna go over the trade body, the BACCO, that we are representing. Oh, so we have our Honorable Excellency, our ambassador. So what is BACCO? So BACCO is actually the trade body that represents the BPO industry, and they're the central trade body of Bangladesh. We have almost 350 plus member in our association that we represent, and we actually help the members to collaborate between the stakeholders. Could be policymakers, could be academicians, could be other industry, to help and grow this industry. And we also we very focused on skill development. We know that what the industry requires, and we work with the government, the policymakers, the academician to talk about or bring the right skill set and train this, the resources that we need for the industry. Here are a few of the numbers that we were able to achieve in last few years. As BACCO started in 2009, we started, when we started, it was probably almost maybe a couple of hundred employees and 8 or 9 companies working in this sector. So since then, since 2019, you'll see that we have grown and we have actually achieved this mark. 2019, 2022, I will not go through the numbers, but you can see it. And we have a target to achieve $1 billion export revenue and 100,000 employment in just for the BPO industry, and by 2030, 5 billion and 400,000 skilled resources in this industry. Here are a few of the sectors that our member companies actually actively working now. We are heavily involved in digitizing the citizen services, and we work closely with the government, and we bring many services like 999, the National Emergency Service. There is another service called the Information Service 333 that any citizen can call and get services in any emergency or any non-emergency services. There are many services are digitized now in Bangladesh. It could be land, it could be utilities, it could be cybersecurity. Lot of these services been digitized, and our member companies actually are working on the services. Then telecommunication, we are actively involved. Fintech, as Bobby Bhai, Mr. Ahmedul Haq mentioned, the bcash. There is another MFS is Nagod. There are many more coming up, and most of their services actually being outsourced and being done by our member companies. Healthcare industry he talked about is heavily, and our member companies actually serving those industry, international healthcare industry, also local healthcare industry in Bangladesh. Here are a few of the examples that we or our members companies provides. It's a vast list. These are the major services that we provide, but there are many other services that our member companies are servicing. They are a little bit more value added and getting more into the fourth industrial revolution side, more involved more with AI, machine learning, and all these services that our members companies are actually providing. Here are some of the global brands that our member companies are representing. I'm sure, and I'm not going to go through each one of them. I'm sure the logo represents itself. that actually shows the trust that these companies actually have in Bangladeshi companies. And we are already globally present in these countries. Many of those countries, our members, and the beauty is all our companies sitting in Bangladesh servicing these countries or the companies from these countries from Bangladesh directly. So that shows the trust that those countries or those companies and showing it to Bangladeshi companies, and we are being able to successfully deliver the services to those countries and to the companies for going forward. In last 5 to 7 years, that we have developed these services. So that shows that we have the capacity, we have the capability, and we also have the knowledge to provide IT and BPO services to global companies. So saying that, I will stop here. And as you all see that our Honorable Ambassador, Her Excellency, is here, and she will, speak and give her some of her thoughts. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Wahid Bhai. It is our immense pleasure to welcome Her Excellency Saida Moon Tasneem. Without further ado, what I'll do is I'll ask her to give her valuable speech and to come on stage. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I would like to start by thanking the BACCO for inviting me here, as well as the EPB, and giving the Bangladesh High Commission London an opportunity to become a partner to this particular event, this short window where we are here to showcase the potential of why the United Kingdom and all the countries participating in this e-commerce expo should be investing into the fast-growing, or one of the fastest-growing sectors of the IT industry in Bangladesh, the business processing, outsourcing, IT and ITS-enabled sectors. I think the two presentations that were just made by the BACCO leaders have already set the tone as to exactly what kind of services Bangladesh is capable of providing to the world, and exactly which countries and big names we are working with. But I would like to focus on 3 elements or 3 points as to why the world should look at Bangladesh for outsourcing its IT and IT-enabled services. Number 1 is the political vision of Bangladesh. Bangladesh was the first country in South Asia to declare or announce a digital economy back in 2008. This was done by our Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, who's a smart Prime Minister, believes in digital and smart services. And hence, she and the architect of our Digital Bangladesh governance and architecture is Shaji Wajid Joy, ICT advisor. He and the Prime Minister has set up the architecture for Digital Bangladesh and declared it as early in South Asia as 2008. And following that, they set a target of Digital Bangladesh by 2021. And that has enabled Bangladesh's growth to go to 8.1% in 2019 pre-COVID, and post-COVID 6.5%, 7%. Our growth has never come down due to, driven by Digital Bangladesh, less than 6.5% on an average over the past 15 years. And hence, the political commitment to provide support to the industry is tremendous. The government has set up 109 high-tech parks, digital software technology parks, as well as incubation centers to support businesses to grow, and particularly IT and ITS-enabled services. Digital Bangladesh is now in 2021, when we achieved Digital Bangladesh and the growth, including the growth in the IT sector. Our Prime Minister declared the Smart Bangladesh vision. And the 4 pillars of the Smart Bangladesh vision is smart citizens, smart government, smart industry, and smart economy. And based on these 4 pillars, we are now looking towards, there's a flagship project of the government called the Aspire to Innovate. It used to be Access to Information, and now it's Aspire to Innovate. Just last couple of days back in New York, the UNDP and the government of Bangladesh has launched the Equality Project, which aims to bridge the digital divide between the poor and the rich. And also this is going to be a model that the Commonwealth is adopting. The UN has adopted that for other countries, and the Commonwealth will be adopting as Bangladesh will become the Commonwealth Smart Governance Hub. So in terms of governance and digital architecture and smart architecture, Bangladesh is going through that transformation right now. Number two is the growth of the industry. If you look at the growth of the BPO industry, I just heard it's growing at a phenomenal 35 to 40%. This year, the growth was 40%. And so many services that, including the United Kingdom, is placing in Bangladesh. UK is currently our second highest destination for IT and ITS services. Not just BPO, but just exports of different softwares. And, we are aiming towards... I know the BPO industry is aiming towards 700 to 1 billion by 2025. But currently, the growth rate that it has is just extraordinary. And therefore, it shows the strength of our BPO industry and why in Sub-Asia, in South Asia and Asia, it should be a hub for growing, outsourcing your services and IT services to Bangladesh. And I know that among the services they're providing, there is augmented, digital technology and imaging services. They have artificial intelligence, then big data. So many, even we're doing chatbots in universities now. So everything is there on the menu that you want to order in Bangladesh. The third is the strength of the industry and the growth of the industry. One more factor that I'd like to mention, and now I'm coming to the human resources, and particularly being a woman high commissioner, I'd like to, even though I see some women in this forum, but amongst the e-commerce users, Facebook users in Bangladesh, 50% are e-commerce women entrepreneurs, and that is a phenomenal figure. The World Economic Forum Gender Parity Report says Bangladesh is the seventh most politically empowered nation in the world. It ranks 7 in political empowerment of women and 29th in economic empowerment of women. And in that 29th ranking, what contributes most is the digital sector. Right now, Bangladesh has 170 million population, but we have 180 million mobile phone penetration. 180 million people, 180 million mobile phones are servicing 170 million people. Our internet penetration is nearly 55 to 60 million people. It's more than 1/3 of the population. That is 33% nearly. Our Facebook users are equal as internet users and smartphone users. So they're always at par. The smartphone numbers, the internet users, and the Facebook users. And 50% of the e-commerce is assumed by women. And I congratulate the BPO industry for employing 40% women, because I saw 40% participation of women in the BPO industry. So in terms of, thank you. And in terms of human resources, 65% of population is young. If I just look across this table, I see so many young people, and it inspires global, industry. They do look at Bangladesh as, there was this statistics of Goldman Sachs calling Bangladesh within the next 11 high growth countries, but Morgan Stanley's, Frontier 5 technologies, including Frontier 5, in terms of technology and mobile phone technologies and potential markets to grow is Bangladesh. Bangladesh is among this. And that is because, 65% young people. Currently, we have nearly 30,000 graduates each year, which are studying in IT, including women in STEM. So women are also taking up IT. And we have so many top companies in Bangladesh, which are led by women. IT companies. These are some of the credentials that I just wanted to showcase in terms of why Bangladesh should be considered. Right now, Bangladesh's IT exports I do hope that, the BPO targets that are set for 1 billion by 2025. I think with that kind of growth, you'll be able to reach it. But I want to congratulate the BPO industry, particularly BACCO, which was set up in 2009. I think it was in tandem with Digital Bangladesh. And since then, BACCO is playing a very, very important role, a crucial role in getting young generation and the young enabling IT people, giving them IT skills. And I think BACCO has a contribution why today Bangladesh has the highest and largest number of they're called the freelancers, IT professionals. Currently, the statistics is 750,000 IT professionals, and our Prime Minister has ensured that freelancers in the IT sector are an officially recognized profession in Bangladesh. You can actually walk into any place and say you are a freelancer, even though that is not recognized anywhere in the world. I don't know how many countries. So I invite everyone here to invest into Bangladesh. You know, digital Bangladesh and smart Bangladesh and the BPO services are driving our economy. And an economy, what a phenomenal growth. Even this year, ADB has projected Bangladesh as one of the highest growth economies and fastest growing economies in the world. We're expecting a 6% economic growth in a post-Ukraine, post-COVID scenario. But we hope that by 2026, we will be graduating out of the LDC group. And we look towards the United Kingdom in particular to invest more into the outsourcing BPO and IT and ITS services in Bangladesh. Last November, when the Prime Minister was here for the COP26, Bangladesh High Commission organized an Bangladesh Investment Summit in collaboration with the Security Exchange Commission. And there was a High Commission facilitated a MOU between the BACCO and the British Computing Society. And the MOU aspires, and that's what's working right now, is that the BCS certification can be, British Computing Society and BACCO will give joint certification to Bangladesh, online certification to Bangladesh young people, and they can actually be listed in the BCS's human resource headhunting, recruitment listed, so that British companies can recruit them as well. So, that's the beauty of cross-boundary digital businesses. You don't need to actually physically come anywhere. You can just sit at home and provide that services. We know that UK NHS is utilizing many companies in Bangladesh for digital imaging. These are being placed through Indian companies, but we are doing subcontracting. So I don't know, I don't have more information on that, but Bangladesh High Commission London is the first High Commission to actually set up B2B connectivity in the e-commerce. So we have listed on our website all the British companies and the Bangladeshi companies where BACCO, BACCO all participated, and Honorable ICT Minister inaugurated that. You can actually visit our website, go to the B2B connectivity hub in the IT sector, and find out and source Bangladesh companies who are providing different kinds of services. So once again, I want to thank everyone, but I want to end by saying that in a country where 50% e-commerce is run by women, you should have confidence in that country to invest in IT and ITS. Thank you. Joy Bangla.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for the wonderful speech and the motivation that we have gotten from you. Now, I would like to invite on the podium Mr. Tawhid Hussain, our very own Secretary General of BACCO, to offer his vote of thanks and conclude this session. Thank you.
Thank you, Kausar Ahmed. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I would like to pleasure and thanks to all of our partners, especially BACCO, EPB and the High Commission London. Also, I want to thanks to our British High Commission Bangladesh. They support us for fostering our process. And at the same time, our participants, almost 16 companies participate from BACCO. I should mention their name because Area 71, ASL BPO, Brain Stations, Easy Technologies, Faith IT, FIFOTech, Furnicom, Graho Limited, Graphics Unlimited 8 Limited, Graphics BU, Go Yara, Ignite Tech Solution, the Cow Company Limited, Link Vision Software Solutions, Noble IT Solutions, and Skytech Solutions. Thanks to all our participants who are coming from Bangladesh, and also our friends from media, print and electronic medias, and the organizer team, Team BACCO. And lastly, I want to request Mr. Kausar Ahmed, please bring our stage to our honorable, I should say chief guest, our Excellency Sadia Muna Tasnim, ma'am, and also thanks to our commercial counselor, Mr. Tanvir, who works very hard for the last couple of weeks to us and our all audience. So I want to share our crest ceremony to our special and chief guest, our Excellency Saida Muna Tasnim. Please come to the stage and I request to Wahid Bhai and Wai Sharif and Ahmedul Haq Bobby to hand over this crest to her.
Thank you so much. We have our pavilion at L22. We welcome everyone to go there, attend, learn more about our services, and thank you for being part of this session. Thank you.